In this video, we're going to be using the Fine American Blend Shaving Soap, and for the first time, the world's finest safety razor by Fine. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. So I'm very excited about today's video because we're going to be using the world's finest razor, according to Fine Accoutrements. We'll see. And we're going to be using the Fine American Blend Shaving Soap. We'll talk a little bit about that first, although the razor is the star of the show today because we've used this many times. It's in a container like this because back when I bought this American Blend Shaving Soap, it used to be sold just in the box. They didn't have a container at the time. Now they do. I'm going to give you the price and information as it is today, not when I bought it like, I don't know, 5 years ago. And as you, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's still a little bit of the face in there. Beautiful scent on this soap. It's inspired by the YSL River Gauche modern barbershop type of scent. It is a tremendous scent. This soap is still very, very fragrant, even at 4 or 5 years old. I can't remember how old it is. Again, Fine Accoutrements. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent. One of my favorite barbershop scents of all time, without a doubt. These pucks come to you, actually they're in a container now, $16 for 3.5 ounces. That is $4.57 an ounce on our cost chart there, which is a fair price. Now, keep in mind that price chart's going to be a little skewed in the case of a soap like this, which is triple milled. So you're going to get more mileage out of a soap like this because it's hard, and just generally you get more uses out of harder soaps than the soft crops and creams. So I would say the price is actually better than fair based on the fact this is a triple milled soap. Good quality. It's based on, I was told, tobacco, that style soap made in the Netherlands. So if that's of interest to you, there you go. So let's talk about the razor. This is the world's finest razor, according to Fine. This was modeled after the Gillette new long comb razor. And it is a good looking razor. It's made of 316 stainless steel. It comes to you for $165 from Fine Accoutrements. Now this was sent to me for evaluation for free by Fine. They reached out to me, and as always I said, if I can speak about this razor with absolute candor, good, bad, indifferent, whatever, then I'll use it, and if not, I won't. And they said, sure, we want you to use this razor with no obligation. So I'm going to take a look at it and see how it shaves today. Again, 316 stainless. You're going to get some good heft out of that. Obviously, it's going to last a lifetime, most likely. The knurling on this is quite grippy. It reminds me of the Rex Envoy in that it's super, super grippy. Now, it's not as well done. You can see some spots on the razor that the knurling isn't well round, or it's not as precisely done in the knurling as the Rex Envoy. But it is well done. In terms of being grippy, it is there. But it's not perfect. This razor is made in China, so if that's important to you, it's something to consider. And we're going to load a feather blade in it. Now again, here's the blade, by the way. The razor was designed to be like the Gillette new long comb, which Fine says is one of the greatest razors of all time. And I think people might believe that to be the case. You've got some scalloped bars there, and on the underside of the cap it says world's finest razor. The fit and finish on this is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We'll put the blade in. It's got some really long posts there, which I like, and you can get that blade in there securely. There's not a lot of wobble in the blade, which I do not like. You put your base plate on there, a little bit of overhang right there. Now, that's not an issue for me. It is for some people. It's not for me. The threading is smooth on this razor. No problems whatsoever with that. It doesn't feel rough in any way. And there we have our blade loaded. Good looking razor. Fit and finish, I wouldn't call it perfect though. Knurling, you can see a few machining marks here and there. But overall, it is a good looking razor. How does it shave though? I'm sure that's what you want to know. So let's get started. Let's start by misting. This is just plain water. We're just going to wet the face. By the way, a little under 24 hours growth. You can see the silver hair there. This is about 20 hours. I'm shaving a little early today. What I'm going to do is something you don't see a ton of people do, but I do. These hard pucks, use it like a shaving stick. That's when I'm not getting it in my eye, I think is a really great way of doing it. But again, you don't want to get it in your eye like I just did. Splashing water with the soap in the eye will not be good for anybody. Let me try to get a little water and sort of wipe that loose. I might have to towel that off. We'll see if it continues to irritate me. But anyway, just apply it to your face like a shave stick if you want to, if you have one of these hard pucks. Or, you know, you can use your brush and, you know, lather on the puck if you want. But I find with these hard soaps, it's easier just to use it like a shave stick, you know, just like so. Let me get this towel and sort of wipe that eye real quick so I don't continue to be irritated throughout the shave. The brush today, PAA Switchback 400 with AP Shave Co. Silk Smoke knot. So we'll wet that really nicely and we'll just begin to build a face lather. These Silk Smoke knots have quite a bit of backbone. So if you're looking for a synthetic with backbone, you're one of those people who just need backbone to lather, then this one has it. It has quite a bit of backbone. This is not my favorite knot, but when I use it just for painting, it's beautiful. But if you want to scrub with it, it's got a lot of backbone. So if you're one of those people that think every synthetic is floppy, let me tell you, this one is not. And as you can see here, with very little time, you'll get nice lather with this fine triple milled American blend. Terrific fragrance. The scent strength on this is still very good. At least 5.5. It's over medium even today. And again, this puck that I have here is pretty old. You can make a quality lather with this stuff. It definitely is a quality soap, without question. I'll also talk a little bit about the Latigo aftershave that I don't know if they've launched it yet, but they will be launching it if they haven't already. We'll talk a little bit about that because they sent that as well for me to show you guys. So let's see how this razor shaves, because that's really what it's all about. How does the razor shave? And let's see what we think. Okay, definitely, I would call it mild for sure. So right out of the gate, I can tell it's clearly mild, as your Gillette new would be. So you're not going to get a tremendous amount of blade feel from this razor, but it is not designed to give you a lot of blade feel. It's designed to be smooth and gentle if it's indeed modeled after the Gillette new. Seems to be doing a good job so far. Very, very nice. Mild. Personally, I prefer more blade feel in a razor. But I will say that I think it is shaving effectively, despite feeling quite mild. And that's a good quality in a razor, that it is efficient even while not feeling harsh. The Carve does that very, very well. And I'd say this razor so far feels like it's doing a pretty good job. It does not feel menacing to me in any way. So I would not be afraid of this razor at all, in terms of if you're thinking it's going to be too aggressive for you, or efficient, whatever term you want to use. This one to me feels definitely in the realm of mild razors. Good weight because of that 316 stainless. And they've chosen to use 316 because it's, you know, supposed to be more durable. So the first pass, quite good. The soap did its job in the way it's supposed to. It's a very good performer. And I like that they offer it in the containers now. They did not at the time when this first came out, which is why I have my own container over here. I'll show you. Just a generic container that I keep it in. But man, the scent on this soap is just, it remains one of my all-time favorite barbershop scents. It's so good, it's ridiculous, really. So let's keep going. Let's apply our lather. And by the way, if you find yourself running short on lather, it doesn't matter whether you're using a shave stick, you're using, you know, traditional bowl leather, face leather. Don't be afraid to revisit that puck if need be. There is no shame in doing that. The key is to get the best shave you can possibly get and the most enjoyable shave. So whatever makes it enjoyable for you, do that. Remember, it's you that matters. Doing it just like everybody else should not be your concern. Again, adding some water here. Achieving the best result that is also enjoyable should always be your goal. Not doing it like everyone else does it. Or worrying about how a lather looks. That's to me just not a factor you should be worrying about. Worry about how the lather performs. Okay. So let's go across the grain here. Again, feather blade in here, feeling very smooth in this razor. There's no roughness in this razor whatsoever for me. None. So it's definitely in the spectrum, in the mild sort of spectrum of razors. The sort of scalloping, they're not sharp or rough in any way. So they, you know, some of the teeth on razors of this sort can sometimes come off feeling rough. Not the case with this one. Feels very nice. No problems with it whatsoever. And again, mild shaver, but feeling pretty nice, I would say. If you prefer razors without a lot of blade feel, that aren't at the extreme end or that aren't very, very efficient, this one might be for you, because this one is going to feel like your Gillette New, which is certainly going to be mild relative to today's more aggressive and efficient offerings that are out there. So pretty nice, pretty nice. And I will check with Fine on this razor, because I already plan to do a giveaway with the aftershave. And I will see if Fine will allow me to do a giveaway with this razor for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And if they will allow me, I will give this away courtesy of the folks at Fine. So far, it's done a good job, despite my preference is not for mild razors like this. But here's the thing. Preference doesn't mean, so just because I prefer a little more blade feel and a little more efficiency doesn't mean I won't achieve the same result with something that doesn't feel that way. Because ultimately, when we talk about blade feel, it's feel, you know. And this razor, despite it being mild, is doing a good job. Again, I would say the fit and finish is not perfect. It is, you know, it's $165. That is nothing to sneeze at. That's a fair amount of scratch. And so, you know, you always have to think about when you're spending that kind of money, is it worth it to you? You know, only you can decide that. And what do you expect for $165? Do you expect perfect fit and finish? I'm gonna pull some of the lather out of this brush here. Some people expect absolute perfection at that level, others do not. So you're gonna have to decide for yourself whether that's too much for a razor that's not absolutely pristine. Most of the super premium razors are well beyond that price. But there are also razors that are near perfection, like the Carve, for example, for less. The brass offerings that Carve has. And I don't know what, you guys can comment below. What's Carve stainless steel razors? I'm not sure. But anyway, so you have to make the judgment on whether $165 is too much. I mean, that's really up to you. But I will say, in terms of the shave, it's doing a good job. My favorite part of this razor, well, two parts. I do like the scalloping there, and I do like the long post. Three things. This knurling, though, is terrific, and it's not all the way down the razor because most people don't hold the razor down there. There really isn't a need to have knurling all the way at the bottom, and it also gives it a nice look. And World's Finest razor, World's Finest is embossed, I guess you would call it, on the bottom of the razor. Man, the soap, the scent of this soap is terrific. It's a good shaver, I will tell you that. This is definitely a good shaver, there's no question. But I think if you are a person who, you want blade feel, you want high efficiency, meaning aggressive, this one may not be for you. But if you like mild, it may be. It's doing a good job. So there we have it. I think my, based on a first use, which you know, again, this is not a lot of experience to judge a razor, admittedly, but I would call it mild but effective. That's sort of the way I would characterize this razor. And I would say that the people who I would caution, maybe, would be people who just really want a lot of blade feel, because you are simply not going to get it with this razor. It is not designed to do that. Again, it's designed on a mild razor, in my opinion. Now, keep in mind that sometimes even what is mild versus aggressive is subjective also. So, in my opinion, this is a mild razor that performs well. Performs well. Now, would I buy this razor with my own money? No. And the reason why, it doesn't fit my personal preference. I want more blade feel. But do I think other people who want a mild shaver and who don't want a lot of blade feel would like this razor? Yes, I think people who are looking for a mild shave without a lot of blade feel on the face may very much appreciate this razor. Okay, let me rinse. We'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with the magic made by witches. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel, and that was a very nice shave. So let's talk a little bit about what we used very quick while that sets for just a second. We used the Fine American Blend. This is the hard soap, now comes in a container. Absolutely superb. I love it. Always have and always will. We used the AP Shave Co. Silk Smoke Knot and the PA Switchback 400 handle, which is excellent. Links below for these products, by the way. We also used the World's Finest Razor by Fine Accoutrements. Is it the world's finest razor? Not for me. Is it good? Yes. If you want a mild shaver without a lot of blade feel, that is well built, fit and finish, not perfect, one that is likely to last you a lifetime, you may very well like this. Would I buy it with my own money based on my own preferences? No, I would not. However, if Fine will allow me to give this away to you folks, this will be up for giveaway. And we're also going to be talking about this, not today because I'm running out of time, but we'll also be putting this up for giveaway. Their Latigo aftershave, which is based on Knees 10, which is a masculine fragrance, leather, talc, diesel, very, very masculine. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll have a fine giveaway coming up for you soon. Let's close it out today with Fine American Blend. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. This is phenomenal stuff. I really like it. The fragrance is just absolute top rate. You just can't beat this scent. In the realm of barbershop scents, it's great. And you know we're going to slap it on the dome. All right, folks. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I also want to thank Fine for allowing me to try out this razor. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, giveaway coming soon. I have been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.